Datuk kan? Baik, Tok Kak Presiden. Jom, jom mainlah. Baik, kau. Ni saya perkenalkan Datuk Presiden Petronas. Orangnya pemalu sikit. Baik, kau main lagi tadi. Are you ready? Okey. Ambil masa tu. Yes, I know. I saw your picture. Oh my God. You don't want to tell a story? Yes.
Dah ya? Duduk belah kiri FM. Datuk Presiden depan sikit lah.
Terima kasih. Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Rakan-rakan media yang saya hormati sekalian, pertama sekali saya mengucapkan rasa syukur pada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala atas kepulangan konvoi daripada Sudan pada petang ini. Dan seluruh rakyat Malaysia menanti-nantikan saat ini. Dan seperti yang kita sedia maklum, seluruh negara mengikuti secara dekat perkembangan yang berlaku di Sudan. Pertama sekali, bagi pihak kerajaan, saya ingin menyampaikan junjungan kasih ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Yang di-Pertuan Agong atas keprihatinan baginda mengikuti setiap detik dan perkembangan tentang keadaan rakyat Malaysia yang berada di sana. Wakil tuanku pada hari ini turut bersama-sama dengan kita, iaitu Datuk Zahari yang berada di sini. Yang kedua, bagi pihak kementerian dan tim yang mengendalikan urusan ini, saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri atas keprihatinan beliau yang turut mengikuti setiap perkembangan dan juga mengambil langkah-langkah untuk memastikan supaya gerakan yang kita lakukan, operasi yang dilaksanakan dapat dibuat dengan sebaik-baiknya, termasuklah dengan menghubungi pemimpin yang terlibat dalam pertikaian di sana. Atas usaha itu juga kita telah berjaya melaksanakan misi kita meskipun dalam keadaan yang begitu sukar. Yang ketiga, saya juga ingin mengucapkan tahniah dan penghargaan kita kepada tim operasi daripada Malaysia dan yang berada di Sudan. Tim operasi di Malaysia melibatkan pelbagai agensi, manakala tim di Sudan diketuai oleh Datuk Ambassador kita atau duta kita yang berada bersama di sebelah saya, iaitu Datuk Razdan. Dan ini merupakan satu usaha bersama untuk memastikan keselamatan rakyat kita dapat kita keluarkan daripada kawasan kancah peperangan. Dan perjalanan mereka yang begitu panjang sekali daripada Khartoum hinggalah ke Port Sudan yang mengambil masa 30 jam melalui sepanjang lebih daripada 1,300 km dengan pelbagai halangan, pelbagai cubaan, dan akhirnya pada hari ini mereka dapat sampai dengan selamat di KLIA. Dalam pada itu, saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada pihak kerajaan Arab Saudi, pihak kerajaan UAE, khususnya Presiden UAE yang memberi perhatian yang sangat khusus akan keadaan rakyat Malaysia kita. Atas hubungan yang baik antara Tuanku Yang di-Pertuan Agong dengan Presiden UAE telah memberi natijah yang baik dalam usaha kita untuk mengeluarkan rakyat Malaysia, dan kemudian usaha untuk membawa rakyat Malaysia daripada Port Sudan hingga ke Jeddah mendapat kerjasama yang begitu mantap dan baik sekali daripada kerajaan Arab Saudi. Jadi bagi pihak kerajaan Malaysia, saya mengambil kesempatan ini juga untuk mengucapkan terima kasih kepada kedua-dua kerajaan tersebut. Selain daripada itu juga, saya ingin mengambil kesempatan untuk mengucapkan terima kasih kepada rakyat Malaysia atas doa sekalian rakyat untuk memastikan perjalanan rakyat Malaysia yang sampai pada hari ini sentiasa dipelihara oleh Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Terima kasih saya ucapkan. Ketibaan pada hari ini melibatkan 33, iaitu 30 rakyat Malaysia dan 3 lagi daripada rakyat Palestin, satu rakyat Filipin dan satu lagi daripada Thailand. Terima kasih. There are 3 of them. I just mentioned 3 of them. You want to recognize them? They are here. They are here. So one of them is here, and another 2 still waiting downstairs. All right.
Ini yang balik dengan kita tu, yang 3 ni.
These are coming back. Yeah, they are with us now. They are with us.
Yang kita keluar tu 26.
Yeah.
Kira Sudan dah selesai dah.
Later. You can meet them. Here they are here.
Sudan selesai.
Sudan basically setelah pun selesai, cuma kita masih terus mengikuti perkembangan ini kerana berdasarkan kepada jumlah rakyat Malaysia yang berdaftar dengan kita, itu adalah bilangannya. Sekiranya ada lagi bilangan-bilangan rakyat Malaysia yang belum mendaftar, jadi kita harapkan dari masa ke semasa mereka akan dapat menghubungi kita untuk kita lakukan usaha seterusnya. Ya, saya juga ingin maklumkan, terima kasih Dato' Ambassador. Seperti yang telah pun saya umumkan sebelum ini dalam sidang akhbar sebelum ini, iaitu selain pada usaha mengeluarkan rakyat Malaysia yang 30 orang ini, kita juga turut membantu mengeluarkan rakyat daripada negara lain, termasuk yang saya sebutkan 3. Selain daripada itu juga kita turut membantu mengeluarkan rakyat Singapura. Semalam Menteri Luar Singapura menghubungi saya secara peribadi menyampaikan penghargaan pihak Singapura kerana kita berjaya membantu mengeluarkan rakyat Singapura bersama dengan tim Malaysia. Selain daripada itu juga kita turut membantu mengeluarkan rakyat Amerika, rakyat Cambodia dan juga seorang daripada Sudan, ya. Dan kerana mereka berada dalam keadaan yang begitu sukar untuk dikeluarkan, dan saya telah menerima panggilan, termasuk semalam Perdana Menteri Hun Sen telah membuat kenyataan media di Cambodia mengucapkan penghargaan kepada Malaysia. Ini semuanya saya sebutkan di sini hasil daripada usaha yang dilakukan secara bersama semua pihak yang terlibat di peringkat Malaysia, agensi-agensi yang bersama, termasuklah daripada Kebawah Duli Tuanku sendiri dan Perdana Menteri, diikuti dengan agensi-agensi, masuk juga tim kita diketuai oleh Datuk Ambassador kita di Sudan.
Dr. Sri, tadi dalam perjalanan 30 jam ada cubaan katanya, mungkin boleh ceritakan bagaimana?
Yang ini nanti saya beri ruang kepada Datuk Ambassador untuk menyampaikan sedikit sebanyak pengalaman beliau untuk mewakili rakan-rakan yang pulang pada hari ini.
Kedutaan akan ditutup sementara sehingga selesai.
Yes, untuk sementara ini kita akan menutup dan urusan kedutaan kita akan dikendalikan daripada KLIA.
What are the difficulties for this action?
Sorry.
What are the difficulties for the action?
The difficulty, of course, they have gone through a lot of obstacles and problems. I think this will be eluded later by our ambassadors. Yeah. Any other questions? If not, yes, silakan.
Earlier you mentioned that Malaysia helped bring back several non-Malaysians back here. Was there a similar reciprocal? Were there other countries that helped bring back Malaysians?
So far, we don't have that information. As far as we know, all the numbers, all the Malaysians are with us. So, but sorry, except two are working with the United Nations. They are there now. So that they are under the supervision of the UN.
Dr. Sri, di Libya, sebelum ni di Libya, Arab Spring dan sebagainya, kita pernah retrieve tapi menggunakan aset kita. Kenapa kali ini kita terpaksa menggunakan Arab Saudi?
Yes, kerana keadaan yang berlaku di Sudan pada kali ini, keadaan yang berlaku secara tiba-tiba. Dan saya ingin sebutkan di sini, kalau di Libya, kawasan peperangan itu di luar daripada ibu kotanya di peringkat awal. Apa yang berlaku di Sudan, dia berlaku di ibu kota Sudan itu sendiri, dan the capital of Sudan. Jadi menyebabkan semuanya berada dalam keadaan yang terpinga-pinga, yang tidak bersedia, dan ini menyebabkan kita perlu mengambil pendekatan yang terpantas, ya, untuk memastikan supaya semua pihak dapat kita keluarkan. Jadi sebab itu untuk pengetahuan rakan-rakan media juga, kita turut menggunakan beberapa strategi dan pendekatan bagaimana nak mengeluarkan, bukan hanya bergantung kepada satu-satu pendekatan saja, ataupun orang kita nak mengharapkan satu pihak untuk mengeluarkannya, kerana kita perlu explore semua possibilities to bring them out from Khartoum.
How many children among these
How many children?
Malaysian citizens, and which is the youngest one?
They want to know the detail. I think I have to refer to my ambassador. Yeah, he will deliberate further. Any other questions? Yeah, any other questions?
Kesemua 30 tu dia ada sebarang kecederaan terhadap mereka kan?
So far, alhamdulillah. I asked that same question just now for information. I just want to make sure semuanya balik dalam keadaan yang selamat. So saya minta Datuk Ambassador, your floor.
Thank you, Dato' Sri. To answer the question of how many children, it depends. Those that came back with us is 5. Those who we rescued out of Khartoum, there were, I think, 13 of them. With the Singaporean, one of the family had 8 children. To answer about the question on how the trip began in Khartoum right up to Port Sudan, it was fraught with a lot of we need to do a lot of risk assessment and choose the route to get out of Khartoum, because there were many options. So for us, we chose the most risk-averse situation that would not put our convoy under any risk of attack, because it's important to find a route that is not being contested between the SAF and the RSF. So we decided to take a very long route to Port Sudan rather than the shorter one, because the shorter one, although it's only about 850 kilometers, roughly, there are three areas where it's contested. Whereas the main road that we took going down south through Madani and Kasala, that area, the only problem was the road condition. So we had to ensure that the drivers that we hired were from the region, and that was very difficult to find because they need to know the terrain as well as the security officers that were on duty. To give you an illustration of the difficulties to travel through this 1,300 kilometer, approximately about every 50 to 80 kilometer there's a checkpoint, and every time we reach a checkpoint we do not know who's in control. But Alhamdulillah that throughout this journey it was controlled by the government forces, and our drivers who accompanied us or who drove us, they had relations with this security personnel, and that smoothened the journey. But that does not mean that in between these checkpoints it is safe. We are always under constant threat because the battle in Sudan is very fluid, and the area around Sudan, especially the first 150 kilometer, is very it's a touch and go. We do not know who is in front of us, so we were very vigilant. We had to travel cautiously, and we were protected by initially by the convoy of the UAE government, and we had about 6 buses with us, and that actually provided us a lot of comfort, especially for those with our convoy, because when you travel with numbers you automatically feel comforted and feel secure. But actually there were many instances where even convoys that were protected by escorts by the own military or even by the RSF or SAF came under attack from either side. So it was from the onset we decided that we would not use escorts from the SAF or RSF, because you become a target. So we had to take that risk, and of course with close coordination with Wisma Putra, we decided to take this route to Port Sudan. Alhamdulillah, during the trip, I think the most the risk that we had was actually how long we will be on the road. We didn't know, because things changed while we were traveling. We were supposed to arrive in Port Sudan at 3 a.m. on the 24th, but we couldn't make it and arrive 12 hours later, because in Sudan you are not supposed to travel on roads after midnight to 4 a.m. So we had to make a call to stay, and because initially the plan was not to stop at all, because there are so many dangers. When you stop at any public location, you might be hijacked by other people who are trying to escape. So we don't have close personnel, what you call as armed security with us. So it is something that we from the beginning said we would not do. But unfortunately, because of the circumstances, we had to stay overnight in Kasala for about until Subuh. So after that, we decided to move, and then we realized why, because the roads were, if you can call it a road, but it's full of potholes, and the side of the road has collapsed, the shoulder of the road has collapsed, and you go into a it's not there's a dip, maybe about 3 or 4 feet. There were some vehicles who actually tried to travel and did not make it. So and that area is, you can be ambushed because you are going through a mountainside, through a mountain ravine. So it's better to travel in the daytime. But then once we arrived at Port Sudan, there were a lot of other issues because there were strict security checks. But Alhamdulillah again, because we had many, I think we were with the South Koreans and the Japanese, so they were in front of us, and when they allowed it, they all said that we are part of that convoy, so all of us were waved through. But there was a huge traffic jam there that for the locals it would take about 2 or 3 hours to get into the city. The city is packed It's full of UN personnel and other evacuees. So we had to make sure that we had to find accommodation and supplies because we were running out already. We couldn't carry much because we only had one or two bags with each of us, and the embassy had provided food enough for 2 days. And we had to restock again in Port Sudan because we need to find out which way out. And Alhamdulillah, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia came to assist.
It is that 450 plus people died and thousands of people be hurted over there. So what's the situation about people over there?
Actually, the numbers of that were killed, those are the official numbers. But I have a feeling that there are more because both sides are not declaring their losses. And it's very difficult to gauge, but I think the number of casualties will probably be more because the attack in the city has been intense. There was artillery, mortar fire, there is even airstrikes that hit around my residence and including the Petronas complex. That's the reason why we took quick action to get them all out quickly.
All the members of the embassy come back.
I'm not sure whether all are here, but I know that most of the embassies and the international organization had already embarked on their evacuation plans. I think majority have gone out.
I mean that Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia all out.
A lot of Malaysian embassy members have already come back.
Yes, the 30 that's with us is the entire Malaysian national.
How many?
30.
30. I mean how many members?
From embassy is 3 of us. 3 of us.
Yeah. And how many children among this 13?
Amongst the embassy, there's 3 plus 2, 5.
Which is the youngest?
A baby. I think it's a baby. I think 1 year old.
1 year. 5 children.
Yes.
Youngest one is 1 year.
Yes. Any other questions?
Okay.
First night in Sudan, you mean? You mean the situation? Okay, dekat sana ini kali ketiga kita ada isu dekat Sudan, ada konflik. Bermula selepas bila Presiden Bashir, siapa yang mengambil tindakan yang pertama. Tapi ya, ini bukan official statement. Ini apa? Ya, ya kita. Okay.
Okay lah. To any other thing, anybody wants to speak? Siapa dia? Yeah. Okay. Ya. Saya telah sebutkan tadi bahawa bagi rakyat Malaysia yang kemungkinan berada di sana, kita akan pantau dan kita akan usahakan juga bagaimana untuk mengeluarkan mereka. Ya, sebab ini menjadi tanggungjawab kita. That's our commitment. In fact, I have spoken this matter to Sudanese embassies here to help. I want to also extend our appreciation for the help rendered throughout the process as well. We have the CDA here with us. Jadi dalam arti kata yang lain, kita mengucapkan kita akan pastikan supaya yang kalau sekiranya ada sehingga setakat ini berdasarkan maklumat embassy Malaysia di sana dan juga daripada duta kita belum ada, melainkan kalau sekiranya ada, insya-Allah kita akan lakukan.